In the hushed whispers of Japanese folklore, there lived a tale of Kuchisake Onna, a woman wronged, her spirit forever scarred. Her mouth a gruesome gash, hidden beneath a surgical mask. They say she wanders lonely streets, her question echoing in the night, "Am I beautiful? Beware your answer." For Kuchisake Onna seeks not compliments but victims. Kenji, a diligent high school student, was the last to leave the library. It was 1985, Tokyo throbbed with neon life, but the night air was cold. Kenji pulled his jacket tighter, the city sounds muffled by his Walkman. He quickened his pace, eager for the warmth of his home. As he rounded a corner, he noticed a solitary figure standing under a flickering streetlight. A woman, her long dark hair cascading down a trench coat. Her face was obscured by a surgical mask, a common sight in Tokyo. But something about her stillness sent a shiver down Kenji's spine. Kenji tried to ignore the woman, but as he walked past, she spoke. "Excuse me?" Her voice was surprisingly gentle. Kenji hesitated, then turned. "Yes?" he asked, a nervous flutter in his chest. The woman pointed down the street. "Do you know how to get to the train station from here?" she asked. Kenji pointed in the opposite direction. "It's that way, about a 10-minute walk." "Oh," the woman said, her voice laced with disappointment. "I seem to be lost." She took a step closer, her eyes dark and intense, boring into his. Kenji felt a sudden urge to leave. "It's late," he stammered. "You should ask someone else." He turned to go, but the woman's next words froze him in his tracks. Section 4, the Slit-Mouthed Terror. "Wait," she said softly. Then with a swift movement, she ripped the mask from her face. Kenji gasped in horror. Her mouth, once normal, was now a grotesque gash stretching ear to ear. Her teeth, bared in a terrifying grin, were stained crimson. "Do you think I'm beautiful?" she hissed, her voice a raspy whisper. Kenji was paralyzed with fear. He had heard the stories. He knew what happened to those who answered incorrectly. His mind raced for an escape. Section 5. A desperate escape. Thinking quickly, Kenji remembered an old superstition. He fumbled in his pocket and pulled out a handful of coins. "I don't have time to talk," he said, trying to keep his voice steady. "My mother is sick. I need to get her these." He threw the coins at her feet and ran. He didn't dare look back. He could hear her chilling laughter echoing behind him. He didn't stop running until he reached the safety of his home, slamming the door shut and collapsing to the floor in a trembling heap. Section 6. Beware the question. Kenji never forgot his encounter with Kuchisake Onna. He had escaped her clutches, but the memory of her disfigured face and haunting question continued to plague him. Remember the legend of Kuchisake Onna. Be wary of strangers on the street. And if a masked woman asks you a question, be careful how you answer, for your life may depend on it.